We need to talk. Me and you, we need to have a conversation. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just woke up like an hour or two ago. And it's a Sunday morning, so. Well, it's a slow morning. Anyway, we need to talk. Me and you, we need to have a conversation. So, I want to share one of the lessons that I learned in 2025 for hopes that other people will realize it. So, the lesson that I learned in 2025 is, well, that I understood is do your own thing. Now, we've all heard this. We've all, like, be original, be one of a kind, be unique, don't be them, be you. Yeah, but then it's like, if you're always trying to spend time being so different, that's energy that you're putting in to isolating yourself. So it's like you need to find a balance. You need to do your own path, but don't completely become a person that's unrelatable, because then it gets lonely. And that's one of the things that I had to figure out, was that how to do my own thing, but allow myself to be connected with the human beings around me. And that's realizing that the little things make us different, but the big things, like wanting to be happy, wanting to have fun, everybody has those in common. So don't do your own thing, but don't isolate yourself while doing it. Allow yourself to be human. As humans, we all have a desire to want the best things in life, or a majority of us. And those may look different, but that desire is still the same. So be yourself, but don't isolate yourself completely. The moment that I really started to understand this was when I was creating like Pinterest boards of like my style, or what I wanted to do for like that December, or that Valentine's Day, shoes, jewelry, like whatever. I noticed that I would put it together and put it in a board, and I'm like, okay, this is what I want. But then I had to remember that I'm not going to get exactly that. I have to remind myself that the pins are only for inspiration. They're not to duplicate and recreate completely. And once I realized that, I'm like, okay, now let's look at the things that I really like and ask why I like them. Like for one of my boards, I noticed like my style. I like simple, but I like a lot of jewelry. I like simple jewelry, but I like it stacked. And I had a whole bunch of different pins and everything from all these different pretty girls and different collab pins and all that. And I was sitting here wondering, like, these are all different, but there's something that I like about them that make me want it for myself. And I finally realized, I'm like, okay, the main thing is the jewelry. Like, I really like the jewelry, and a lot of the pieces are simple, but there's multiple textures or colors, whatever. And now when I look at the pins, it's like, okay, I don't want to recreate that. I want this part of it, or I like this part of it. Now I'm going to go out and find something that matches me personally. And that's a huge tip for all the girlies and guys out there that use Pinterest. Don't try to recreate the pins. Do your own thing, but just use the pins as inspiration. See what you like about it, and then you go out and find something similar to it that gives you the same feeling or the same thought, and incorporate it into your life. So the next event in process that made me realize that doing my own, like, not made me realize, but understand the real feeling and definition of doing your own thing, was picking a college. Now, my seniors, you guys, the seniors that are going to college, you guys get this. I mean, even the ones that aren't going to college, this is for you too. Picking a college is hard because there are a lot of factors that go into it. A lot of people try to shoot for Ivy League for the networking systems and stuff that they provide and the name recognition and all that a prestigious Ivy League school brings. Then some want to go to very social colleges to go to the games and have fun, meet and create friends. And all of these are valid reasons, and I even went through them, like through that process and through those mentalities while picking college too. But for me personally, I realized that those were not the things that I really wanted. It was just what the world was kind of projecting onto me. You know, like it was like college, you're either going to college, if you're not going to college to be like some doctor or a lawyer, college is supposed to be really fun and you're supposed to go out every night and meet a whole bunch of people and have all this fun, and there was like no in between. Like it was no, you go to school for like you're serious about school, but you also have that social life. Like there was no in between. So when I seen this college, that I actually am going to this college in the fall, when I first seen it, I was like, this is me. This is comfortable. This is perfect. But it's like in the middle of nowhere. So then I panicked. I'm like, what about my social life? What about creating all those friends? What about going out to all those parties? What about doing this and that? And then I had to check with myself. I'm like, you don't even like when it's really crowded at family functions. What do you look like going to a party with a whole bunch of people that you don't know? Like, let's be so for real. Like, I had to check in with myself and ask myself, is this really what you want, or is it just being romanticized for you? And that's what it was. Like, I was so focused on the social life and everything, but school has never been about creating friends. For me, it's always been about getting the good grade and getting the satisfaction of knowing that I'm growing. So for me, when I really buckled down and started being realistic, I was like, this college was perfect for me. Like, the program has been around for a while. Like, they have special networking events for my major, and I remember that feeling when I was looking at their college online. I'm like, bro, this is the school. Like, why am I playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I got distracted because I thought that I was supposed to have all these things, and it wasn't really me. Like, it wasn't what I needed to be looking for, which was academics. It just goes back to do your own thing. When you are picking college, when you're picking a career, when you're picking a job, whatever, just try your absolute hardest to break through what society is throwing at you and ask yourself if that is really what you want, because I promise you it is going to make an immense difference. Okay, the next thing, oh my gosh, the next thing that made me really understand doing my own thing was getting this whole job process. So right now, I don't have a job. So I started the process maybe like 2 months ago. Like, crazy story. Like, if you want a story time for that, I can give you a story time for that. But the main snippet is that I got a job. They were disorganized and took forever. So took forever to train me. Like, I'm not even trained. It took forever. So I just said no. Like, they were wasting my time. After that, I have been applying for multiple jobs at multiple malls, multiple different locations. And during that process, I was like, I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be it. Like, it wasn't for me. because of the way things were going. I'm a person that doesn't believe in coincidences. So when everything was happening, I'm like, the universe is trying to tell me something. I am obviously not meant to be here because I'm working my hardest. Like, I'm also a firm believer in you work your hardest and the universe, your faith system, your God, Allah, whatever you believe in, meets you halfway. So you do the hard work and they do the other half. So I was sitting here doing all the hard work, but there was no help. I wasn't feeling any help from the universe. Like, the universe was kind of just like all the way back here, and I was here, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me. This is not for me. But everybody else, and it was crazy because everybody else around me was getting jobs. Like, right now, it seems like everybody got a job. Everybody going to work. Everybody, like, getting these paychecks. And I'm like, yo, like, I'm an amazing student. I had an internship last summer, and it went very well. Like, I know I don't have any experience, but it shows, the things that are on my resume show that, that I'm a hard worker. So I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? And then I'm like, okay, maybe it's because I'm not 18 yet. Maybe because that definitely is a huge factor. But then I applied for a job that hires 16-year-olds. I'm like, okay. So obviously this process I'm supposed to learn some type of process from this. And that was that I have to move at my own pace. That getting a job right now may not be for me. Like, I may have to get a different job somewhere or whatever. It was just the process right now of getting a job just made me realize that you're gonna move at your own pace. Like, no matter what's going, like, no matter how other people are moving around you, you're gonna move at your own pace. That's it. You cannot rush anything. You can't, like, put anything on pause. Like, if it really needs to happen, it's going to happen. And you just kind of have to let us think it, just accept it. I was like, you know what? Okay. So right now, I did get an email the other day about an interview, which was the first one at all. So I now have to wait for them to see what they say. But I'm moving at my own pace. I am still doing the work, and I'm waiting for, the universe to meet me halfway. But at the end of the day, I'm still doing my own thing. I'm moving at my own pace. I'm not allowing what other people are doing to cause me any stress anymore. Like, or rather, continuing the stress. Like, when I noticed that I'm comparing my journey or my lifestyle to other people's, I have to tune in and be like, okay, no, we're not doing this because you're not them and they're not you. So there's no point in comparing. And that's what that job process taught me. Like, don't compare yourself. You move at your own pace. You do your own thing. And eventually everything will line up. The last event that really, this is actually happening like currently in real time, probably for the next couple months, is picking a prom dress. No, of course, like, obvious, like, do your own thing. Like, you learn, do your own thing. Prom dress, you have to try to be most unique and all that. So it's pretty obvious, like, why picking a prom dress has also helped me understand this lesson. But I'm gonna go into how. So usually how prom and picking a prom dress has been perceived to me is that the goal is to be the prettiest girl in the room or to be the coolest guy on the dance floor. It's become like a competition. I grew up in a like competitive house. I'm the second oldest of 5. Competitive is kind of like just running through my veins. So I was definitely in that mindset. You know, sometimes I do have a competitive mindset, and I'm like, I want to be wow, like I want to be amazing. But then I had to realize, like, you don't have to want that. You are, though. Like, not even to be cringy, like that sounds so cringy, but it's honestly the truth. Like, there's no reason to want to be wow, or to want to be amazing, or to want to be the best, because again, that's not what I really want. I don't want to be the best. I want to be around the best, and I know that I am one of the best. So I had to let that sink in, you know. And I literally just came to this realization like maybe yesterday. Well, not came to it, but had to remind myself of it. I don't want to be the most gorgeous girl in the room. I want to be one of the most gorgeous girls in the room. I want to be surrounded by pretty girls. I want to be standing next to a gorgeous girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to walk in the prom and be like, oh my gosh, her dress is so freaking pretty. Like, because if I'm not, what's really going on? And I see these girls, and some of these girls I see on a daily basis. Some of y'all are probably even watching this. I want everybody to look I want them to feel and look their best. Because if not, first of all, prom is going to be a flop. Prom ain't even going to be all that. If nobody's feeling themselves, if nobody is feeling like, you know, that girl, or like he's him when they walk in, prom is going to be boring. Boring as ever. I don't want that. I want you to feel like you're gorgeous. Like, I need you to feel like you're gorgeous, and I need you to walk in like you're gorgeous, because that's what you are. Or like you're handsome, whatever, because that's what you are. So once I got that, I'm like, all right, this isn't a competition. Right now, I'm creating an experience for me, not being in competition with other girls, you know? So I just really like, just do your own thing. You know, at the end of the day, you're pretty, you're gorgeous already. You just need to be in something that you feel confident and comfortable in. So, you know, there you go. Like, there you go. The other thing was like, how do I want to feel during prom? Like I said, like, I want to be excited. I don't want to feel like I'm in competition. I don't want to feel like I'm surveying the room of who's the best, who's number 1, who's number 3, who's number 5. Like, no. I don't want to have the stress of being in competition when this event is supposed to be everybody celebrating the year. And especially for the seniors, like, we're celebrating all this work that we done did. 12 years of school, like, that's crazy. I want to have a good time. Like, I want to dance. I want to, I want to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing now. Now the prom dress process has become a little more lighthearted, because now I officially checked in on myself and was like, this is actually what we want. Don't get caught up in what society is trying to throw at you. So now, I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing what feels comfortable for me. With all these events and experiences that I've went through recently and in 2025, the main problem was comparing my life or my aesthetic to the ones online or to the ones in real life. And in each scenario, what I had to realize and remind myself is that being in competition with other people is only going to stress you out, waste your time, and you're just going to become bitter because your only goal is to be better than somebody else. And first of all, that's never what I wanted, but I was moving that way, and I had to check down on myself. I had to check myself. I had to get myself in check because that's never what I want. I never want to be one of those people that's trying to be better than somebody else just because. No. So for all the girlies that are going to my prom and do know what's going on, theme and all, I hope and wish that your dress or your tux, whatever, comes out amazing, top tier, and do your own thing and be proud of what you do. That is today's video. I hope that you liked it. I hope that something I said connected with you or was meaningful to you. Please like. We do have some views, but the views are not matching the likes. So if it's something wrong with the video, I need you to comment down below what's wrong. And if not, hit the like button. It don't take nothing but a thing. Comment. You can comment what you ate today. You can comment prom 2026, graduate 2026, whatever. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next video next week.